What we have realized through our marketing efforts and the interactions that we've had within the community is the power of what takes place in this community and the power of what people are doing and the great things that's happening there. We believe that this community's story is worth telling, and Brad McEwen's a key part of that.
Here's a guy that understands our industry first, but understands in depth what our community is about. And how this evolves is yet to be determined.
We are headed down to what I think is the coolest thing about Albany, Georgia. Sadly, it's a little bit of a dividing line, I think, for the community, but we're going to try to bridge that. You know, this place, this river, it ties it all together. It makes Albany, Georgia, what it is to me. You know, growing up in Albany, I didn't know if it was the kind of place I'd want to stay. Interestingly enough, I met a girl from Albany, and she just fit. You know, we were kind of cut from the same cloth. And that time came when we were needing to make the next step, and we thought about where are we going to go, where are we going to make our life. And quite honestly, the answer was right in front of us. We need to go home. Well, you know, like the newspaper and AB&T even, they hired me because of my skill with words. Both newspapers I worked at, the staff was such that they made you take your own pictures. And I was thinking, how can I write a story that's gonna have a visual component and I don't get to frame that, you know? I love the package deal, man. Photo galleries and things like that. You know, I'm excited about that. We're gonna do some of that with AB&T. I'm sitting there talking with Perry, and he starts, you know, he wanted to know the reaction that I've gotten from the community. You know, what are people saying when you told them you were doing that? And I said, well, they're met with a lot of, you know, shock, but everybody seems kind of excited, you know, happy for me. And I was like, you know, what about you? What are you hearing from the community? And he said, well, interestingly enough, when I tell people, the first thing they want to know is, are we going to make you cut your hair? And he said, not just tell them, no. We hired Brad for who Brad is right now. We don't want him to be, you know, something he's not. We're not trying to get him to come here and do something different, be something different. And that was it. I was like, I made the right decision.